everyone, I'm Olympian Carrie Tellefson, and welcome to the C. Tally Run Show. I just returned home from the Bank of America Chicago Marathon, and I am so pumped. Today on the show, we have the new American record holder, Connor Mantz. Connor was fourth overall this past weekend and broke a 23-year-old record set by the great Khalid Kanuchi in Chicago as well. Khalid ran 2:05:38, and Connor ran 2:04:43. But that's not the only guest. We have Natosha Rogers. Natosha just finished as the top American female in Sunday's race, and she ran a new personal record of 2:23:28. She was sixth overall, and following Natosha in seventh and eighth were two of my Minnesota gals, Olympian Dakota Popane and Gabby Rooker, who rounded out the top three Americans. In this episode, we're going to hear all about their races, their journeys getting there, and what they did after the race to celebrate. Plus, we'll hear a little bit more insight on their awesome days. So let's get after it. All right, Connor, new American record holder. How does it feel?
It feels not much different. To be honest, I think I was talking to Kira D'Amato, one of my training partners, and she said when she set the American record in the marathon, it didn't hit for about a month. And so I've kind of given myself a little bit of grace of, maybe I don't feel like, um, maybe I'm not feeling this huge wave of emotions yet, but I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe it'll come in a month.
Well, you know what's funny is so Ed and I were on the broadcast. Your coach at Stone, two-time
Yeah,
Olympian, famous guy. Um, and when we were studying and I was talking, I was like, "Okay, Ed, nobody wants to hear from me on the broadcast when we're talking about Connor because he's like a second dad to you. Like he knows everything about you."
right.
And of course, he was like,
Oh,
"Well, Carrie, they want to hear from you." I'm like, "Well, okay, I'll add in some fun things that I know about Connor." But he said he's never been more confident in you being able to run a fast time. And he said, I even think the American record is sort of like that wasn't even what he was thinking. So what were you like? What would have been the ultimate day? Like how fast do you think you could have gone on that day?
that's a great question. I wanted it so my stretch goal was to run under 2:04,
Okay.
and coach and I had decided that beforehand, um, and finish, in the top 3. Those are my stretch goals, so I almost hit one of them. Now looking back, I think 2:04:10 would have probably been,
Okay. Okay.
everything went perfect. I mean,
Uh-huh.
not you're never gonna have a race where everything goes perfect, but I think that would have been about what I could have ran, 2:04:10 to 2:04:20.
So so you run 2:04:43. So there was just a little something that happened. So what was the little something, do you think?
I think there were probably 5 little somethings.
Okay.
I had some mistakes with the bottles. I seemed to slow down a lot this time. Usually, I don't slow down that much, but, like, this time, every bottle stop, like, I got dropped a little bit, and especially
Ooh,
at 10K, and like, really bad at 10K, and especially at 30K. I got dropped quite a bit. So that was one of the things that I think kind of took a little bit of time. I would like really slow down and like grab the bottle so
mm,
I could get my nutrition in. And I think if I just grabbed it, one hand, and kept my pace up, I wouldn't have gotten dropped, and I would have kept my pace pretty good.
yep,
Um, I also think I should have not gotten I shouldn't have picked up my last bottle at 40K because then I felt like I should drink it, but I really didn't need it.
okay.
But it was what Alex was doing, and he was the guy right ahead of me, so I was like, it just kind of came out of habit.
Yeah,
Um, I think had he not gotten it, I think I wouldn't have gotten mine, and that might have been, um, I would have been back in like race mode. But I think picking it up and trying to drink it when you only have like a mile left,
yeah,
you don't you don't need that. Um, and then there were a few turns. I don't know what happened, but like I slowed down on them just a little bit.
Mhm.
and then I would have to, like, push to reconnect instead of just keeping a good rhythm.
Hmm.
First mile was also much too quick. Um, ran about 4:30 is what I saw the clock on when we came through the mile marker. So I think that was probably 3 to 4 seconds.
Mm.
If I had just gone a little slower, I could have made it up later. And then our pace was a little all over the place. Miles 4 through 7, we had a tailwind and we were a little slow. And I was feeling pretty good there.
Yeah.
And then mile 10 and 12 were pretty slow.
Hmm.
And I think had we ran, 3 to 5 seconds faster on those miles, on those 2, maybe even, yeah, I think one of those miles we were 9 seconds slow from the pace we were supposed to go.
Hmm.
I felt really recovered during it. I felt good, but I think, had I ran a little faster for those, I don't think it would have affected how I felt at the finish.
Yeah.
So it wasn't one thing, but it was like 5, 6, 7, 8 things that happened throughout the
Yeah.
race.
Well, we know you like numbers and you're, a perfectionist, but I think that's what's so cool about it is knowing you did it. I mean, blew the American record out the door. I mean, we love Khalid Kanuchi, right? And I saw him afterwards. He was so excited for you, such a good guy. But you really did it. But that's what's so interesting. Like even just you grabbing the water bottle with two hands versus being, just with one, that's interesting that all of that adds time. It's like being a triathlete and really getting your transitions down. Like that's a transition in the marathon that we don't always think about. It can add time.
Right. It's the little things, and
Mm,
I think I did, 99% of everything right, but just little things that I can work on in training and in the
yeah.
future.
It's so funny because Ed, even on air, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna celebrate this." But knowing Connor, he's already thinking about what's next. Like he not even a second went by that we were watching you pass the tape and he's like, "Yep, he's already thinking about what he could have done differently or what's gonna happen next." What was your mind going through? Like, were you just beyond relief? Like, was it so nice to have that done with now? Like, you got it, check that off?
A little bit, because I wanna run races a little more risky,
Yeah.
but this one, I there were moments in the race where I would've gone out and pushed a little bit more, or I would've kicked it in a little bit harder, but it's not worth the risk.
Mhm.
I was riding with Alex Messiah the last few miles, and I was like, "Well, I don't wanna try and blow by him with a mile to go and then, cramp up or anything." So,
Right.
I was like, "I'll wait till, like, 400 to go and then 800 to go." He made a move that I didn't think I could match. Now I look back at it, I
Mhm.
think I could have matched it. Um, but then I got to 400 to go and I was feeling, like, really good, and I had a lot of energy, and I was like, "Oh," like, I mean, it's easy to say that now,
Yeah.
maybe not at the time, but, I mean, I kind of was already celebrating in my mind that I was getting the American record, and so I think I might have gotten a little too complacent, just
Uh-huh.
slightly, but it's fine, like, I got work to do, and, now that I have this, it is a relief that the next race I run, I can maybe be a little bit more risky,
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, yeah, especially late in the race.
Well, we like it when you're risky. I mean, when we see it all the time, like, even knowing how you normally toe the line and go after races like Boston last year, there was a moment late in the race where you were right there, toe to toe with the leaders thinking, "Is it my day?" Right? And you were so close. You were 4th there.
Right.
This time you were 4th, but again, that record was, I think, the main priority. Obviously, I was actually
Right,
worried that you were gonna go for the win and go out a little quick because we wanted this record to get, it's
yeah,
time. We want Connor Mantz next to that record. So you were smart this race. You really, and not that you're not smart in other races, but I think you let your head lead you more than your heart in this race.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it would be it sounded really fun to go out in 60/30. Sounded fun, but, yeah,
Oh,
I think I could I think I could
yeah.
make it, like, 18, 19 miles at that pace, but then
Oh my gosh.
then I would have blown up really hard.
Yeah, yeah. Ed gave you some advice, and I don't know if I know the 4th P, but it was patience, pace, push. What was it? What was your motto going into this race?
Pres present was
Present.
the 3rd one, and push,
So it was patience, pace, present, and then push.
right.
How much is that going through your mind?
This one, not as much as all the other times, but definitely, every other mile I'm thinking, "Okay, like, let's be patient." Early on, it was trying to be patient, but then the paces went a little quick.
Mhm.
And then it was, "Okay, let's be present." Or no, it's pace. And, what's hard about pace was during the pace part, we were running into the wind, and we
Oh,
were running, like those are the 8 to 9-second slow miles, so it was like, "Ooh, like, what are
yeah.
we're not on pace, but, like, I'm still on pace for the American record, so I'm not gonna go up there and be like, 'Let's go, like, let's speed it
Yeah.
up.'" I'm like so it was a little bit of patience still there,
Yeah.
um, but it wasn't on pace for the 2:04 that I was trying to go for, or sub
Mhm.
2:04.
Mhm. When you're out there, Zuhair Talbi came up on you. I mean, they caught it. We caught it on air right away, and he missed his bottle.
Oh,
He said he actually missed most of his bottles, and then he started to have some stomach distress too, but, still had a good day, Zuhair did, so congrats to him, but, um,
uh,
what was that conversation like? I mean, Connor, those of us who know you're just such a good guy, like, it's a no-brainer that you would be the guy to be like, "Yes, I will share my bottle with you," but what is that
yeah.
conversation like when you're running 4:30 pace?
Oh, man. Well, first, here's another kind of interesting highlight, and I mean, I don't wanna I mean, it's more of me just kinda sharing my faith a little bit, but,
Mhm. Please do.
um, as, the day before, I was filling up my bottles, and I believe it was a spiritual prompting that I usually only fill it up to a certain line so that I can see how much I drink.
Sure.
And it's because I have markers on, like, 100 milliliters or every 25 milliliters. And so I don't fill it up to the fullest. I mean, it's just enough for just me. And, right as I was filling them up, I had this prompting, "No, fill them up all the way to the top. Don't just fill them up to the line, fill them up to the top." And, I did that on all of them, and, no, I didn't do it on all of them, but I did it on a few of them. And, on those ones that I on 2 of the ones I did it on, um, Zuhair came up to me and he's like, "Hey, my bottle got knocked over. Um, can you" he's like or first he asked, "Do you have more ink, um, in your bottle?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Can I have some? My bottle got knocked over." And so I shared it with him, twice, and it's kind of a bummer because it's just hard that, I mean, it's great that I had extra in there.
Yeah.
I definitely drank a little less on my first one, so to share with him, but I felt well prepared beforehand, like, I fueled a decent amount beforehand, so, um, it was cool to share with him and,
Yeah.
be able to share with him because you're such a great guy and a friend of mine and a guy I get to work with and that I got to work with for a lot of the race.
Yeah.
But also it was cool to see that or oh, it was nice that we had the same drink mix. Um,
Yes.
that's an important thing. And yeah, just it was nice, I've had Clayton help me out a lot with when I've dropped my bottles, once at the Olympic trials and then in the Olympics when I tried to grab one and it was actually his bottle
Yeah.
and then it slipped out of the person's hand, it just went everywhere and he got mine. So, we Clayton and I have Clayton's done a lot for me, it's just paying it forward.
Yeah. I mean, that is so cool and so divine, actually, that you normally don't fill it up, and you did on those 2 bottles that you could help a fellow runner, and a competitor. That's the crazy thing
Yeah.
is you're trying to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, we're not we're not in a marathon like Chicago, you're not competitors for the first 25,
Right.
you kind of are, maybe you are the last 10K or, like, 6 or 7 miles, but
Yeah,
that first 20 miles or so, yeah, everyone's working together 'cause who's in the pack? 'Cause you all wanna run a fast time, but also,
yeah.
event like, it's the group versus the marathon distance.
Mhm,
It's not
mhm.
it's not like you're like, "I need to break this guy now." We're just working
Yeah.
together.
Well, not everyone thinks like you, Connor, and that's evident. Like, you're just a delight to be around and to watch race. What did Khalid Kanuchi say to you at the end?
Yeah, he said, "It's about time." Um, yeah, it was kind of that was it. It was like, "It's about time," and we had a fast or we improved our national record, and I thought that was pretty cool. Or no, he said, "What took you so long?"
"What took you so long?" That's what it was, yeah.
And
That's great.
yeah, and it is just funny because in a way, I kind of felt like that too. Like, in my naive, and ignorant self, I was like I was thinking, maybe it'll happen in 2023, maybe, like because after my first marathon, I was like, "I think I can drop 3 minutes," not knowing how hard it is to
Yeah, yeah,
improve in a marathon,
sure.
um, and not understanding really how hard a marathon is, but,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kinda funny.
You know, your group you had a lot of people there, and it was really
Yeah,
interesting, Connor. Like, Ed was so thrilled for you, and he was through the moon, right? Like, over the moon, whatever you say. But
right,
then equally sad for some of his athletes that didn't have their day. And it was just
right,
such a it was like a moment when we were walking and, he's so excited. We were talking about you, but then in the same sense, like really in the same sense, he's like, yeah, it's a tough balance because we're just so excited for Connor, but he really is pulling for every single one of his athletes. And you being one of the leaders on the team, what was that like for you? And I think, I got to talk to a lot of your teammates and to hear the sadness and not necessarily is it frustration, but just like, we didn't put it together or we had issues out there that were beyond our control. What is that like for you? How do you balance that? Because I look at my daughter who is on this team and everyone goes through things and you're a family and you have to still be so excited for yourself in this moment, but also caring for your brothers and sisters.
right, right. It was tough, you know, seeing the result of a lot of my training partners, actually,
Hmm.
of pretty much all of them but one had nowhere close to the day they were expecting.
Yeah.
Aiden Troutner had probably the second best day of our group, and he's probably the one who, he's in, yeah, he's working full time. He, I don't know, he's working full time and he's kind of embraced that that's going to be his future.
Sure.
And he, he had the next best race. And so that was really tough to see. I
Hmm.
saw him finish. I saw him going down the street celebrating and, running 2:10, after, kind of, taking, he still worked really hard in this build, but he wasn't all in,
Sure.
just because he was working 40 hours a week. He can't hit the sauna with us. He can't go to weights every day. He just had a lot going on.
Mhm.
And I think he got married, like, a month and a half before the race, so add that on to
Yeah.
everything. Um, and I would think they had me taking pictures and stuff. I was, like, kinda doing my little, like, I don't know, celebratory pictures and seeing my wife and stuff. And I
Mm.
see Aiden finish, and I'm so excited because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, if Aiden's finishing, he's training with Creed Thompson." That means either Creed's right behind him or right ahead of him.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm like, "Oh, like, where's Creed?" And then I was like, "Of course, Casey's in my mind is already finished." Casey probably ran like 2:08. And
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I asked Aiden, I'm like, "Alright, so where's like how did Creed and Casey look?" And he was like, "Casey and Creed are well behind me." I was like, "No."
Hmm.
Like, he's like, "They
Yeah.
dropped off 20 miles in." And I was like, the guys I really, like, was excited like, some of those guys I was really excited about, and then hearing, from the women, they all had stuff go wrong, it was tough.
Yeah.
it's a tough when, yeah, you have a group, we go in and, everybody has pretty high expectations, and honestly, everybody had a really good build. I
Sounded
can't think
like
of
it.
anybody. Yeah, yeah, like, I was expecting Aubrey, McKenna, and Emily to run some incredible times. They were
Mhm.
all very fit, some pretty incredible workouts. If you look at, like, US 20K champs, Aubrey won that, and she is much more fit now than she was at 20K champs. Her workouts after that race started clicking really well.
Mm.
McKenna, same thing, she was 7th there. Workout started going well, and yeah, Emily's just she is you watch her in workouts and you're like, "You're gonna do something great," and, it was really hard. Um, I had to go through the same thing with the men, with Casey, Creed, and Aiden, and,
Mhm.
they are all phenomenal athletes, so it was really tough for
Oh,
me to just see the people that are working so hard and, yeah, like, thinking about each person's race individually is, like, its own little heartbreak.
yeah.
Like, I mean, I thought at the beginning of the build, I was kinda worried that Casey was gonna be, like, right up next to me, and he would probably, like he might be the reason I don't get the American record, like, I might run under 2:05:38, but I might get beat by Casey, and that was kinda where my mind
Ah.
was at beginning of the build, and he kinda struggled a little bit in the middle, but I still thought he would have ran at least 2:08, like, I was like, a bad day for him is gonna be, like, 2:09 high, and a good day is gonna be, like,
Mm.
2:06 or no, a bad day is gonna be, like, 2:09 low, and a good day is gonna be, like, 2:06 mid to high, just based
Yeah.
off, the last, like, 2 months leading in, and it just wasn't either of those. It was he just had a really, really rough day.
But, I mean, if they hear this and they know the faith that you have in all of them, I mean, it took you kinda came out blazing, right? I mean, you really haven't had a bad one. But if they know that the American record holder is somebody that has gone faster than we've ever seen here, and you have that kind of belief in them, that's just so special, I'm sure, for them to hear.
I hope so, I hope so. I've talked to them all. I know that actually, no,
Oh,
I've only talked to the men. Um I haven't seen Aubrey or Emily yet, but
okay. It's pretty special what you
I
guys
hope.
got going on out there, that's for sure. I mean, we love watching Eazy-E's crew.
Oh, it's a great group. I hope people enjoy
Yeah,
watching us.
yeah, we do, and we were laughing because I guess Ed has 6 girls at home, like his daughters. He's got 6 daughters, and they call
Yeah,
it advice. His advice,
and
not ADVICE, it's EDVICE, so, like, we were getting a bang out of that too, like, Ed's Vice is, pretty awesome, that's for sure. How did you guys
yeah,
celebrate that night? What did you guys do? I know you were with me at the champions reception for a little bit, but did you
right.
relax after that? You had a bad headache there, so you were kinda still feeling the effects of race day, so what did you guys do?
Yeah, we went to, Nike had us go to Fogo de Chao, so it was, like, me, my family, my wife's family all went there, and I was I think that's when the marathon fatigue really began to hit,
Mhm.
and so I think it kinda also hit for a few of my family members too, so it was good, but I think next time I might just ask them if if Nike would, do something different because while the food
You're
is great
tired.
there, I think we were all very tired.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You mean you weren't gonna eat the whole slab of meat that they carry around?
I had it. Yeah, I thought I would. I was
I
pretty
know.
hungry, but, like,
Yeah.
the fatigue was setting in, and I was like, "Oh, no, I have"
Oh,
like, my legs are starting to hurt, like,
yeah,
again, feet are hurting, and my headache
yeah.
is really
That's
um,
it?
yeah, yeah, I think I don't know, somebody told me that a marathon, when you go all out, is very similar to the feelings you'll feel from a concussion. I
Oh.
don't know if that's true or not, but if so, I never wanna get a concussion because if I can't imagine it being any less than how I feel after a marathon.
I don't know, getting hit once real quick and then having a concussion, I don't know, is maybe different than, like, you knowing every step of 26.2, you're just building yourself a concussion, that's a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little weird.
Um, yeah. Okay, so a couple things coming up. You have your wife's debut marathon in Fresno, California in 2 weeks?
Right. 2 weeks and some days. So,
Okay, so Kylie's like, she's all in. I mean, she was an awesome runner in high school, right? Like, she was a good runner.
no, no, she didn't run in high school.
Did her family, were they big runners?
Nope,
Am I getting this
nope,
wrong? Maybe I'm thinking of Ashley. Was Ashley a runner? Clayton's wife?
Ashley ran in high school, and
Okay.
Ashley comes from a family of, like, amazing runners.
That's what I'm flip-flopping them. Okay, so Ashley
Yeah.
was the runner. So really, Kylie has gone like 0 to 60 in this running thing. She's amazing.
Yep, she's incredible. So, I guess she ran her freshman year, like, of high school, but she wasn't really like, she was kind of in this,
Mhm.
she didn't really care about it, and, like, I think her
Okay.
best in the mile was, like, 6:20, and
Oh,
I think that might have been something like that, in high school. She's not actually sure. I think I've looked it up on Mile Split once to, like, actually know.
okay.
Um, and I was, like, surprised and, like, oh, like, she was not too great at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she didn't run after that. I think her team was a lot more competitive than she wanted to be. She
Okay.
just, like, wanted to have fun running, like, just running easy easy a week, and that's about all she wanted out of it, and then when we got married, she got more into the sport and then wanted to actually, like, see what she could do. So now she's ran, I think, like, 16:49 in the 5K, and, she's broken 35 in the 10K,
Oh my
but
gosh.
I think she can run better and, than what she's ran, but she's gonna run a marathon in a few weeks, and she's hoping to run pretty well, so we'll see.
And you've been coaching her for the marathon?
Kind of. I
Okay.
say I am, but I'm not. It's it's definitely a joint effort where she gets a lot more freedom than anything.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like I advise her and I give
Okay.
her I tell her how long to go on long runs, and then
Mhm.
sometimes she says no, I want to go this far, and I say all right, then do that.
Yeah.
Um, and I give her like mileage for the week. So a few weeks ago, we cut out all cross training and had her bump it up pretty high, and she
Yeah.
loved it. I Yeah, it was yeah. So she's excited, and then but she works out with there's a woman named Hannah Brandt. She's in the area. She was a good runner at Utah Valley University, and Kylie just does her workouts with her. And I think Hannah's ran like 2:31 in the marathon.
Uh-huh.
Um, and
Wow.
there's definitely a gap between her and Kylie, which Kylie's fine with, but it's like having somebody at the workouts is good for her.
Sure.
And there's a few other like good runners in the area that'll like join up together who are just, on their own schedules with their own goals. And
Yep.
Kylie is has the smallest accolades of all of them. We'll say it like that. And I won't say
Yep.
she's the slowest, um, because that sounds mean.
Yeah, no, when we know what you mean. She hasn't been running. She hasn't been racing. She doesn't have that list behind her name.
Right. But it's kind of perfect for her because they're not like so much faster than her that
Mm.
Kylie's not like it's not like they can't start reps together and
Mhm.
then finish up relatively close. So it's been really nice for Kylie to on her good workouts, she tries and hangs on, kind
Yep.
of as long as she can. And sometimes she'll hang on and then do a little bit more, um, or do a little bit less than what they do. And sometimes she'll just I don't know. One of the girls likes to I think because Kylie sees I do this with some of the guys I train with, but, like, she'll give Kylie, like, a 2-second head start in, like, 400s or 4 seconds or 5 seconds on 800s and just they'll finish together, and it's nice for Kylie because then she feels like she's getting the right amount of rest, but it's
Sure.
also and running at her own pace, but it's nice that she feels like she's helping out the other runners.
Oh, that's so fun. I mean, you were talking that her mile PR might have been 6:20, and the other day, we were gonna help her with her workout, but when she told me she was gonna start at 6:40, just, like, out of the hotel, she was gonna run 6:40 and try to get down to 6-minute pace. I was like, "Kylie, I need a few miles at least at, like, 7:10. I don't know if I could start right at 6:40." But she ran that whole run at, like, 6:20 pace, like, her average was about what she
Yeah,
ran in high school.
yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah,
amazing.
she's made some big strides, and
Okay, are
she's
you gonna
incredible.
pace her?
As long as I don't get asked to do anything for, like, the New York Marathon, yeah, I'll be out there pacing her.
Okay, good. Well, best of luck to her. Um, Before I let you go, we're gonna talk a little bit about World Cross. Sounds like you're gonna do the qualification, which is in earlier November, or I guess mid-November, and then you're gonna go hopefully and run World Cross in Florida in January.
Yeah, yeah. Qualification is early December,
Okay.
and if I can
Oh, early December. Okay, yeah,
early December, I think mid-November might be a little too soon,
yeah.
but it'll be early December, and I'll be doing, the way I see it is I don't think I'll be 100% by early December, so I need to get ready to be for that, and
Hmm.
then if I get good by that time, and I make the team, then I'll be in really good shape by World Cross. That makes sense.
My goodness, yes,
So I hope I mean, I hope I can be in good enough shape by the time US Cross happens.
I think so.
Um, yeah, I feel like I can, but I mean, it's gonna be competitive. I've heard, like, sounds like everybody who's really good is, like, an American other than maybe the guys doing the New York Marathon are
Mhm.
going to do it, so
Oh, I loved hearing that because I mean, I just loved World Cross. It was my favorite. I mean, you and I've watched you race since you were little at Foot Locker and then NCAA's. Everyone who's a Connor Mantz fan loves watching you on the grass. So I was like, yes, he's gonna do it.
it it does kinda kill me that, like, I can't, like because I did Chicago, I'm not gonna be 100% peaked for World Cross.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Man, I wonder how I could have done in, like, my college fitness of cross country."
Oh, sure.
'Cause I was I do think, like, that was when I was my best as far as cross country goes, and I think I was I might have been I don't know, I was fairly competitive on a I think I would have been very, very competitive on a world stage at that time in cross
Hmm.
country. I never could get it to
I'm
change.
not gonna doubt you. I'm not doubting anything about when you toe the line, Connor. I mean, bring it. Okay. Well, we got to let you go and celebrate and relax. And I just want to do one quick little rapid fire with you because, this is what we do
Yeah,
on See Tally Run. So, you ready?
yeah,
Okay. Would you rather eat deep dish pizza or Chicago style hot dogs?
deep dish pizza,
Okay. Do you like to do long runs or track workouts better?
long runs.
I do too. The grind is so good. Okay. Would you rather listen to country or pop?
Yeah, probably pop music,
Really? I
me
was
too.
not going to say that.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you played guitar. I was assuming you were gonna.
I do, but I play more like jazz and blues and rock and stuff like that, so
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay. Would you rather sing in front of a small group or speak in front of 1,000 people?
did you say sing in front of a small group?
Mhm.
Oh, speak in front of 1,000 people. I do not like singing in front of anyone.
Okay, last one. Would you rather run another American record or win the Bank of America Chicago Marathon 2026?
I'd rather win the Bank of America Chicago Marathon,
Oh
2026.
my goodness. Well, regardless of what you do, you know we'll be cheering for you. Thank you so much. Congratulations, bud. Okay. Hey, Natasha, I'm wearing my shirt. I'm so excited for you. You did it. You
Thank
have
you.
another PR and first American at the Bank of America Chicago Marathon. Congrats.
Thank you. Yes, it's a big deal and, kinda surreal, but I feel like I definitely put the work in for it.
You sure have. I mean, I thought it was so fun. I went to your Instagram and already, which I would do the same. It was you've already like changed your profile description. It
Yeah,
was so cute.
it's it's been a long time coming. It needed an upgrade for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what's the feeling now? We're just, just over 24 hours about closer to 48, I guess, since you've raced. So how's the body? How's the mind? What's going on?
The body is wrecked. It hurts to walk and go up and down stairs, but, I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of it, and it's almost like a good kinda hurt, like, I'm not
Yeah.
injured or anything, and yeah, I've just to be honest, like, I didn't run to my full potential time-wise. I had a really
Hmm.
great day, I ran super smart, got the top American honors, but time-wise, I fell short, and, like, just those last few miles, I wanna improve on so much, like, I'm itching. I'm, like, asking
Yeah.
my coach if it's stupid to, like, run another marathon soon because 'cause I'm, like, now I know what I need to do, and now I have the tools in my wheelhouse, but,
Okay.
yeah, he hasn't responded, so
Steve Magnus, come on. You
yeah.
listening to this, Steve? Okay, I wanna unpack that. So, you could go over to Lindsay Hine, and she had an awesome interview with you before at I'll Have Another. So you kind of give some more background there, but I wanna unpack this race. Now, you wanna race again because you know what you can do. So tell me a little bit, like, what does that mean right there?
Yeah, so, like, really, you can't do it in a race unless you've done it in practice, and sometimes you use a race as practice because, like, I haven't done enough marathons to really desensitize myself to that
Mhm.
grind at the end, like, it's not aerobic at all, like, it's totally conversational pace, it's more of just the body not breaking down on you, not screaming and yelling at you, and just learning how to ride through that grind,
Mhm.
because it is a shock, like, it's if you're not totally used to it, or practicing through that grind, then you won't have a strong, like, last 10K. But, yeah, I just feel like I know more what I need to do. Chicago wasn't easy, like, my watch was giving me messed up splits the whole time, so
Yep.
I didn't know what pace we
Mhm.
were on, and it felt, like, hot from the gun, which Nagoya didn't feel like that, it felt easy
Mhm.
the first half, but I definitely had to, like, talk to myself the whole first half and definitely the second half, it was more just like, "You better not drop off now," even though I thought about
Yeah.
it twice. Um, the
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, so
I think that's
go ahead.
crazy that you thought about, dropping out twice. Do you remember where?
Yeah, it was, like, right after it was, like, mile 14 or so, and then,
Mhm.
like, again, mile, like, 16 or 17, although that's when we started gaining on the other girls, and
Yep.
I was like, "Oh, wait, maybe I'm, like, doing just fine."
Mhm.
But, like, it's just when you hit a bad wave where, like, you're like, "I don't know if I can go another 12 miles now."
Yeah,
But, like, it's just those head games start to pop up, and it's daunting, but then, you have to remind yourself it's not easier to drop off. Like, that's gonna
sure.
make it harder mentally because then you know you've let it go.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and really, as it's your job, so it's pretty tough to drop because you got a lot weighing on this all the time. But getting back to the things that you can work on, I mean, that to me is so inspiring that by half, so you were behind Dakota Popain, who was leading the American charge there. Like she went through half and you had closed in on her about at half, right? You were together.
No, it wasn't until, like, mile 17 or 19, I
Oh,
can't remember now.
17.
Took a
Okay.
while, yeah.
What did you go through half at?
Um, I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, I
I've
love
hardly
that.
even looked at my splits. Yeah, I know that, we started slowing down there, but we were on pace. Oh, I think through half, we were on pace for, like, sub 2:22 or something,
Yeah, I think you were close to one, like Dakota was going through around 70, 110, because she wanted to
ye
run 220. I don't think you were that far off of her at halfway. I mean, like,
okay,
it might have been like 20 or 30 seconds. In the grand scheme of
yeah,
things, it seems long, but you were still there, still definitely in the race. And then you were catching her. Like we could tell you were catching her, and her pace was starting to slow by the time you caught her. Um,
okay.
but I do remember you saying you were thinking 222 pace, roughly.
Y Yeah, and that's what's crazy about the marathon is that, like, you can make so much gains, like, mile
Mhm.
per mile like that, which is just not the case in other shorter distances. Um,
Yeah.
so, yeah, like, I remember talking to Dakota before the race and just trying to see if we were gonna be running together, and she was definitely going for something more aggressive, and
Mhm.
I was like, "I am not doing that." Like, I gotta run my way, like, make sure I don't blow up,
Mhm.
and so it's cool to see that just having strategy and tactics pays off,
Yeah.
and good grade on her for, like, going for, like, a riskier move, and I would wanna do that at some point, but Chicago just needed to pan out the way that it did for me.
Well, this is only your 3rd marathon. I mean, your first was at the Olympic trials, and if anyone knows your story, it was a tough day and, really kind of opened your eyes to what the future was for you. And it was a disappointing day for you, especially because you were a little banged up and had some issues coming in. Um, but then you ran Nagoya and you crushed it and ran 223, a huge PB, obviously, and like kind of got the itch. Like it was really like, this is where I should be, right?
Yeah, for sure. I after the trials, like, that totally shook me. Like,
Mhm.
I honestly just, like, I wasn't sure if I could keep going at all. Like, it was just, like, it
Oh,
breaks you entirely, especially with, like, the Olympic year and everything.
yeah.
But, like, that ember always burns for me,
Mm,
like, there's been a couple times in my career where it's like, this is just like, okay, like, this is too brutal, like, I you just
yeah.
don't know if it's in the cards for you anymore, and, like, your identity is so wrapped up in that too,
Hmm.
but just to have, like, that slow ember burning and then, like, to keep building upon that, and now, like, yeah, I've been through a lot and the fire's burning hot
Yeah.
now, and I do love how incredible and beautiful the marathon is. It's such a satisfying and equally miserable experience.
Yes, it's the love
Yeah.
hate, right? The
Yeah.
philosopher in you is talking about the love hate relationship,
Yes, the duality.
the
Yes.
and what is it? The pride? No, it's the pain and pleasure
Yep, yin and
of it
yang.
all. Yeah, yeah. So I think that I do want to kind of keep dissecting this marathon though because it's so interesting. I remember talking to you at the press conference before, and I was so excited to see you. I always am because like you could just see it when you talk about the run. Like obviously, I know you call yourself an introvert, and you are maybe a little quieter at times, but when you really talk about something you love, Natasha, you just light up. And it doesn't even have to be with a smile. Like your eyes sparkle and You start to use those hands with those beautiful nails, which were my favorites, I'm gonna tell you. You and Amanda Vestry had some amazing ones, and so did Holly Faceoff, who won the race. You guys did it up on the nails.
You
But
you gotta have the
I
nails.
think yeah, you look down at it and just get fired up. But I wanna know, you said this your stomach has really been an issue this year, and I think it's so good for everyone to hear that you've been having to work through things, and even as something as you think, "Oh, it's just food," like, or it's just hydration or whatever, it shouldn't be that hard, like, "She's puking, like, fix it." But you've dealt with a lot of this stuff, and it's not an easy fix, so it worked, or did it? Did you toss your cookies at all during the race?
Um, no, I didn't. I didn't
Yay.
feel sick at all. And it's funny you say that because everyone's always like, "Well, just fix your nutrition," or "What are you doing nutrition wise?"
Yeah,
And it's not a lot to do with that at all.
yeah.
Um, like it's a much more complex issue, especially with me because I have a sensitivity, like a gut sensitivity to stress, anxiety, and
Mm,
yeah, and just, lactic buildup in my body. I always race above my fitness level. I get out there, I get it done, and I work out above my fitness level too, and,
okay.
sometimes it's just too much for my body, and it'll just hit, and then I'm violently puking,
Huh.
and,
That is wild.
yeah, and so I've kind of throughout my career, like I've always at least made it to the finish line. It's not it's gotten a lot worse, this past year or so.
Okay.
And then just having some stressful things happen in my life, in the past
Mhm,
year, it got really bad. Like just, it was happening way too often. Super frustrating.
mhm.
Don't know how to
Yeah.
fix it or control it. However, I've been working a lot with I think just getting through my build and this work becoming more naturally for me. It started happening less at the end of my marathon build. And like really mind over matter, like you can tell yourself, no, I'm not gonna get sick today. No, I'm not gonna feel horrible, or, freaking freak out, stress out. All these things you just kind of have to yeah, I guess it sounds a little more simple when you put it like that, but it's hard. It's
No.
hard to do that. And then another thing is that I've had a few other athletes who struggle with the same thing reach out to me and
Mm.
recommend a it's called Zofran, and so it's an
Uh-huh.
anti-nausea. And so I did try that, and I'm not sure if that's what it was. I kicking myself for not using it earlier. Kinda
Oh,
scared to take stuff, but it's just, like,
yeah.
they give it to, like, they honestly give it to chemo patients for, like, nausea,
Yep, yep.
and,
And if you're sickness, that kinda thing, so it makes sense.
yeah, so, yeah, that's where I'm at, but,
Huh.
getting sick is not it's not fair, and it definitely holds
Yeah.
me back from my full potential.
Yeah, I know you said
Um
that in Copenhagen, was it? When you ran your half? You ran 1:08, but you're I mean, you think of that when you're like, first of all, no athlete wants to puke because that means all of the electrolytes, everything that you've been kind of storing it leaves your body even for after the race, like trying to replenish all of that is can be hard. So it's tough. But you said in Copenhagen you were thinking about it. So not only are you trying to run these world-class times and win these world-class races, but then you're trying to hold it down and not lose your rhythm and do all that stuff that comes with puking, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, like, pure lactic throughout your whole body, and
Yes.
so, like, I was on pace to PR, and I went past flying past all these people at the end of Copenhagen just to, like, have it hit me and then have them pass
Oh,
me back. Yeah. So,
yeah.
but, I mean, even if it did happen in Chicago, I was gonna power through it anyways, like, you deal with
Oh my
the
gosh.
cards you're dealt, and,
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna stop me. I decided if this is my thing, then I'm gonna own it.
Mhm.
And so show people that no, it's not easy. This is really
Yeah.
hard.
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen the commercials from, I think it was like the '96 Olympic trials. Bob Kempinen is from Minnesota. He's actually a doctor, and he won the trials, but Gatorade was his sponsor. He threw up like 3 times in the last 10K, and it became this huge campaign. It was like neon
Yes,
projectile.
yes.
So, maybe I could see you getting behind that, like, maybe if you do it, you just make it into a cool thing and, whatever. But
Yeah.
I
It's not
also I think
ideal, but I'll
no,
own
no,
it.
no, no. No, we don't want you to do that, and actually, I'm really proud of you for trying something. That's the hard thing about at the level you're at, like, taking something we're all scared of that, like, we have to be drug tested and in competition, out
Mhm,
of competition, randomly. Like, I was scared to take Sudafed because, like,
mhm.
now as I'm old, Natasha, I'm not on that drug testing protocol anymore. Like, I can take Afrin, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can smell when I have a cold, but you can't take anything. Like, at least
Yeah.
I never took anything. I was scared of all of it. So I was just like, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to take a supplement. I'm just going to eat more green vegetables if my iron's low, all of that stuff.
Yeah. It's so stressful, like, the drug testing thing. It's definitely obviously needed, like, but
Yes, we
it's
want it.
like we have to live like we're criminals, like, on like, our whereabouts every 5 seconds, like, freaking out about that, and,
Yeah.
causes a lot of stress and anxiety. I don't take any supplements.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it's totally legal in and out of
yeah.
competition, and no need for TUE, so it was like, "You know what? Why
That's so
not?"
good.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you do that? Like, because everyone talks about not doing anything different before a big race like that. Have you been taking it for a little while? I mean, we don't have to get stuck on this, but it's just interesting, I think, for other people that have stomach distress, maybe this could work for them.
Um, I no, so, like, I didn't wanna take it. I'm such a natural girl, like, I
Yeah.
really hated the idea of, like, I don't wanna need something.
Mhm.
Um, but so I didn't like, they kept saying, like, "Start using it in practice, like, in the long run, or
Yeah.
try it at Copenhagen," and I was like, "Nope, nah, I don't want to. I was just gonna figure this out on my own."
Yeah.
And then, actually, my last, like, kinda baby long run right before the race, a week before, um, it was, like, a super easy long run, not a hard workout at the end, and I threw up, like, violently, and then I was like, "Alright, I might attempt the week of the race." I was like, "I'll
Yeah.
try it Wednesday in my, like, pre-race tune-up." It didn't make me feel weird or anything, um didn't notice it at all, and then, yeah, I took one before Chicago, and, um,
Oh,
I wouldn't even say that that was what it was, like, it's too hard. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, that's the fix." Like, I
yeah.
could have just done my fueling really well, and I wasn't feeling
Yeah.
overly anxious. I was feeling confident, and I
Good.
did all the fuel stations, so, no, I'm not gonna recommend it to anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I don't know if that was the fix or not, but it's something that I tried, and I'm gonna be open about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we learn something from every marathon. So that's really cool. Um,
Yeah.
when you pass Dakota, who, she's from Minnesota, Dakota from Minnesota. She's my gal, and Gabby Brooker was out there with you too.
Mm.
Um, does that become the focus, like to become the first American or to be the first American, or is that not really on your radar when you're out there racing?
Oh, it definitely was on my radar. That's why I picked Chicago. I knew I just had a it was such a hard decision to pick between Chicago and New York, obviously.
Mhm.
Um, I had a gut intuition, that Chicago was gonna be my arena, and,
Okay.
I just knew it'd be less competitive this year. I knew that the course and the organizing and, um, all of the things, like, it's you go there to run fast, like,
Mhm.
you go there to get paced, and so all of those things really appealed to me, being a rookie in the veter in the being a rookie in the vet rookie in the marathon world still,
Yep.
I guess I could say I'm not a rookie anymore, but at the time, I still felt
Mm.
like it, and I wasn't ready for a race marathon type marathon like New York with a harder course,
Yeah.
and so I just wanted to be, like, perfectly paced and get a solid time at the end of my contract here so that I can and then, yeah, possibly, get that top American honors, that was my goal here,
Mhm.
and, like, I wasn't attaching to that outcome, but I definitely like, it was part of my strategy and tactics for sure.
Yeah. What happens when you're the top American after? I mean, I know, and everyone can read it. David Monty posted it. You won $15,000 for being top American, which is really cool. But what do they do with you? I mean, I sort of know because I'm around, and I got to interview you at the post race celebration that night. It was so fun. But
Mm.
what else happens?
Um, so crossing the finish line, I had my little moment, got some cute pictures, and then it was just kinda like they rushed me straight into a tent where they, like, put us. And so,
Oh,
unfortunately, it's not like I wish I could have extended that moment and, like, I wish I really am kicking myself for not, like, taking the time and being like, "Hold on, like, let me say good job to Dakota and the
mm,
other girls coming in," and just, like, soaking in witnessing the marathon instead of being in this dissociative state.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
they kind of funneled me into a tent, and then it was just interviews and, like, media stuff after that. So it's
yeah.
just kinda being, like, a little bit dissociated and in a whirlwind,
Sure.
and it's hard to take, like, a second to just be like, it wasn't until I got in my hotel room where I was like, "Whoa," like, "Okay, that that just happened."
That is amazing. I mean, you were 6th overall, and the woman that won, Halle Fesa, ran the 5th fastest time in Chicago, but also in the world ever, all-time list.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm.
I mean, and then when you say to people, "I was the first American at the Chicago Marathon," like, that's like, what? I mean, that is huge.
Yeah, yeah, I had some, like, people in the hotel be like, "Are you Natosha Rogers? We saw your name on the gym list." Um, and, like, cute little
That's
things like that. It means a lot.
yeah.
Um, and then, of
Mhm.
course, like, the athlete in me was, like, trying to take away from it, like, "Oh, well, like, it was a less competitive year," or like, "Oh, my time wasn't where I wanted it to be." But, like, you can't take away top American, and, like, no matter what the
No.
race was or the time was, like, that's a big deal, and I was 6th place at my first world major. So,
Yes.
yeah, like, I'll take it.
Oh, I would say, and I hope you are celebrating because it was a really good race. We could see the times that we came to you on camera, which we fought really hard for. Um, there was some struggle, but then there was just such delight when you were coming, when you were making your way to the finish line. Um, but knowing your story and being able to watch your journey through this sport, like I don't care how many times you get knocked down, Natasha, you keep coming back. And you even talking about working above, maybe your fitness, working out above your fitness or racing above your fitness. There's something different about you, and that's what I think is so fun and so easy to cheer for. Even
Mm.
I shared on air that you're fighting for your contract, like, your contract is up this year. You do have an extension with Puma, but you also have potentially some other offers that could come in. Like, this is a big deal, and you are a big deal. Like, you are so good at what you do, and we want you to believe that and fight for it, and it was really fun to see you do that this weekend.
That means so much to hear that. Thank you. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like I've been in this for so long that I'm just kind of, like, there now, like, just, like, maybe an
Yes.
afterthought or, like,
No,
but to, like,
you're not an
come
afterthought. You need to be there. You're there, girl. You're there.
Thank you. That means so much to hear. I needed some redemption and, I feel like the dark horse, so I
Yeah.
to have my moment come through, like, it's hard to come by these days, like, it's hard to
Mm.
have a moment and, like, get those wins and, like, you gotta take whatever wins you can get.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever a dark horse. I think you're always in the conversation, at least behind the scenes in the media world. When I'm in it, you're always on, like, if not one to watch, always in the conversation because you're gutsy, you're fearless, you go for it. And sometimes you do run above maybe where you're at, but never surprises me. So I want to know what do you do from here? We have a world championship here for cross country, which you and I have both competed at, and it is so fun to do worlds. Be pretty cool to do it here. Are you planning to run the world cross country championships if you qualify? Can I ask that yet?
Um, eh, sure, yeah, the the easy answer is I have no idea
Okay.
what everyone agrees that I should do 'cause, sometimes I can't trust my own goals, and so I
Sure.
need my sounding board people, um, but I do really want like, that was my initial thing that I wanted to do, I need to stay engaged, like, it's
Yeah.
I gotta race a lot or else I fall off, and
Ooh.
it's a long journey once I fall off, and I'm sick of
Yeah.
kind of clawing my way back up.
Mhm.
Because the other girls I'm not a type A runner, and the other girls are, all of them. And so, like, they don't let themselves go like I do, like, after a season, and I just kinda wanna
Mm.
experiment with, like, building. Obviously, recovery and rest is super important, but I just I don't wanna let it slip too much, so cross country seems like a really fun way to just, like,
Mhm.
low pressure, like, my year is basically over, I don't have any more pressure on me, um,
Yeah.
so that could be or depending on what Steve thinks, he's probably gonna tell me, "No, you can't run another marathon soon," but I'm just kinda like, I really just feel like I could do better, pacing myself, like or, like, handling the pace,
Mhm.
if I didn't have to, like, start from scratch again and, like
Mhm.
but I don't know, take a risk maybe this time because I Chicago was very conservative,
Mhm.
so we'll see, I don't know yet.
Yeah. It's fun to hear you dream a little bit though, like, just you
Yeah.
can see again you light up about it, but it would be to me not to put pressure on, but it would be really cool, I think, to see you race World Cross on American soil. Like, we don't get that. I think it's been
Yeah.
like since the '90s that we've had it here.
Really?
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Yeah, like I
Okay.
think I am blanking on her name right now, but yeah, it's been since the '90s, I think. So,
Well, I'm curious, the US turnout that's gonna show up at, the champs, like, US champs for cross country. It
yes.
might be a good mix of people, like, it might be a fun race to watch or to do,
I know.
for sure.
I know. Well, if you do it, great. If not, we know that there's other things stirring. So before I let
Mm.
you go, I like rapid fire. I do it every time with you. So I'm going to do some rapid fire. Is that okay?
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Eat deep dish pizza or Chicago style hot dogs.
Uh, hot dogs. I like thin
You like
crust.
hot dogs? Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
New
I
York
do too,
pizza
kind of.
girl. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather do long runs or track workouts?
Track workouts for sure.
You kind of like
Long
it all,
runs
I
are
think, though.
still
You just,
it's growing on me.
okay. Would you rather listen to jazz, which you went to a jazz concert, right? After Chicago?
I had to skip out because I was, like,
Oh, you did.
dead. I was like a zombie.
That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that we forgive you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
jazz
jazz or
or
pop? Jazz or pop?
Man, oh, jazz for sure. No, I'm not a mainstream pop girl. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
Yeah.
you said rap at first, but not
Oh,
pop.
but you do like rap?
I can I have, like, a harder frequency, like, so anything with, like, that hard frequency hit, like, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather read romance novels or murder mysteries? Maybe not either.
Um, oh, that's hard. I love reading all kinds of things.
Mhm.
L I like kind of like a dark romance, like, I'm into
Okay.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, you could easily be on the cover because of your long hair. You could just be like, one of those
Yeah.
old school romance novels, whatever they were. I can't remember what this. Yes. Anyway, okay. Sing in front of a small group, like a real quaint concert, or speak in front of 1,000 people.
Wait, did you say perform in front of a small group?
Sing
Oh, sing or in
in a
front of a
small
big.
group or speak in front of 1,000 people.
I would rather do both in front of a lot of people. I think the smaller intimate thing would freak me out more.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I
Like
have an
karaoke
alter
in
ego.
front of everybody, fine. But if I had to like sing seriously in front of 2 people or 3 people, no.
I have an alter ego, and she comes out when like, cause I said I'm introvert, but people think I'm extroverted because this other girl comes out, and, like, she's super confident and, like, bold, and she can do
Oh.
things in front of a lot of people, but, like, it's just an act. It's like an alter ego thing.
So there's not a name for this woman.
She's had names, but we're not gonna go there.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I get like Janis Joplin vibes. I don't know, or like,
Okay.
oh, like who is Joan Jett?
Don't
I could see.
That's
Yes.
amazing. That's the best compliment I've ever. Bad reputation, yes.
Yes, and also, like, I don't know, you're an old soul, so I go back. I go back. Okay.
Wow. Thank you, Carrie.
Yes. Okay, travel the world or do a staycation? Would you rather be home or get out of there?
Get out. Go get some
Mhm.
perspective on life. Yes, I love to see the
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Oh, so fun. Okay, would you rather run an American record like Connor did this weekend at the Bank of America Chicago Marathon or win the Chicago Marathon?
I would rather win, cause like,
Yeah.
a win is a win, like, it it's just the ultimate, I think.
Mhm. Well, you
But,
can
I
do
mean,
both
the
in one
American
race. I
record.
mean, there's
Yeah. I
yeah,
I
maybe
really wanna
next
get
year.
the half marathon American record, but I got some girls that I still need to chase down to get that.
Something tells me that's fun for you. So we'll just have to wait and watch, okay?
Okay.
All right, lady. Congratulations. What an awesome race. It was really fun to call your race. And I can't wait to see what you decide to do next.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
Thanks so much for joining me today on See Tally Run. My guests were American record holder for the half marathon and now the full marathon, Olympian NCAA champ, Connor Mantz. And we also had Natosha Rogers, a professional athlete for Puma, USATF champion, and NCAA champion. You can find them on social media at Connor Mantz and at Natosha Rogers. Hey, big shout out to Run Dot for supporting the show and to Andrew Harley for producing both the Try Dot and Run Dot and See Tally Run podcasts. Pretty awesome how we can edit and make me sound good. Also, if you're a fan of this pod, we would love to ask you to leave a rating and review in iTunes. All you have to do is visit ctallyrun.com/review and you can tell us and everyone else how much you like the show. Hey, everybody, we're on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, all the places at C. Tally Run and at Carrie Tellefson. Thanks so much for joining us today. And don't forget to get after it.